folks, we're back in that field again, the one from the previous video. I've been here for a while actually. I've been here for about an hour and a half. I've not had much at all. I've had some bits, but I'll show you those in a minute. We've just got a 21 signal down here. First reasonable find of the day. I've been gridding this top end of this field here because this is where I had that lovely, well, both two silver finds in the last video. Yeah, so 21 signal, not a bad little find. So that's the first coin of the day. Some detail on one side, the other side's pretty much had it, I think. It's only about 4 inches deep. Now I'm not sure, I think it might be a George the First, I think. It's facing to the right anyway. And it's got a bit of a quiff. So for now I'll go with George the First. But I'll have to check that later on. Let me just grab the other bits and pieces and show you what else we've got. Just over by the bag. So, a bit of scrap so-and-so, modern. Another horse-related buckle. Have a bit of age to it. And a tap or a valve or something or other. Looks quite modern, it's got a thread on it. And a nut on the bottom here, I'm not sure what that would have been off. 15-16 single. It's nothing brilliant, but I thought I'd show you because it's fairly nice for what it is actually. It's actually part of a buckle fragment. I'll say from the 1700s. So let's show you it and have a closer look. It's got some nice detail on it. It's only quite shallow, about 3 inches. It's such a shame that's not a full one because that would have been a lovely buckle. Looks like a heart design there or something along those lines. That's quite nice, isn't it? I like that, even though it's broken. It must have been a shoe buckle. Would have been quite a big one, that. Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle today actually. I'm not doing particularly well. I found a couple of bullet casings, moo tube, a couple of bits of lead, just some scrappy bits really, so it's certainly not going as well as I'd hoped, but that's just the way detecting goes. You never know what you're going to get, if anything. I don't know what I've just found here. It was an 18 signal. It's only about 5 inches deep. Quite a good signal actually. I'll bring it over to you actually, it'd be easier than carrying the camera across here. Oops, I lost it. What is that? I did wonder if it could be some sort of odd button, but I'm only going by this shape on the back here. But if it's a button, it wouldn't be very practical, would it? I don't know, I don't know, is that old? Dare I say Roman? I am completely guessing because I don't know and I could be horribly wrong. I could be making a fool of myself, but it's quite a chunky thing, so I just get the feeling it's not too recent, but no, like I say, I could be wrong. What is that, folks? Oh, I have lost it now, hang on. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but I like the look of it, it's very interesting. If it's a button, it's a very unusual one. I can't see it being a button. Crikey, it's a 33 signal there. 32, 33. Yeah, we'll have a dig at that one. Let's have a guess. Big piece of copper. Could be one of those big harness buckles again. It could even be a George III cartwheel penny. Yeah, it's going up from 32 to 34. Could even be complete junk as well, so... Right, we're going in. Let's see what it turns out to be. Don't see anything yet. Let's get the Equinox and check that. I've put my... I've turned the headphones back on. Oh, up to 36, 37, 38. Blimey. I'm leaning more towards junk now. I'm sort of hoping, because it's fairly deep, it might be something old. But it depends if this field's ever been ploughed. But I said in the last video, I don't ever remember seeing it being ploughed, but of course it must have been over the years at some point. I suppose it was probably ridge and furrow at one point. Ah, there we go, that's it. Good grief. The size of that blooming thing. Oh, it's definitely lead. Oh. What the heck was that? Oh dear, I don't want to be carrying that around for long. Well, I am somewhat hesitant to record this, but it's a 2021 signal, so it could be a coin. Or a big button or something like that. Mind you, I've had those great big shotties as well at those sort of numbers. Oops, that's loud, isn't it? Sorry about the noise, folks. I'll try not to knock the camera over. No, that's not working. Must be going from this side again. Oh, dear me. I've had quite a few bits of lead today. Well, I'll say quite a few, several. Hope it's not another bit of lead, but... Oh, I thought, yeah, I do see something. It's a coin. Hurrah! It's a copper coin, and I think it's a very worn coin. It's a coin. It's thin, isn't it, that? Yeah. Can't see any detail, and I'm not too hopeful for getting anything off it, but... Is that something? No. There might be something there. Could be a George. Well, they usually are Georgian, aren't they, these copper coins? I think there's just something there. Yeah, I think my silver streak's come to an end, unfortunately, but it's been good while it lasted, so I'm not complaining. Hiya folks, you can probably see I'm in a different field. The field that I was in the earlier part of the video is just across the side of the hedge there. So this is a field that's just been harvested yesterday, I think, actually, or the day before. So I thought, right, let's give this one a go before they do anything else with it. Now, I'm only actually 1 or 2 fields away from where I've had some Roman finds, probably about 2 months ago. So I'm kind of half hoping I might get something really old, but we'll see. Obviously, can't guarantee anything like that. But I have just had a 21 signal down here, and I've had a nice little find. It was probably only about 4 inches deep, I would say. There we go. Not sure if that's a sixpence or a shilling. Definitely a love token, but the good thing about it is there is still some detail on it. They haven't done a very good job of finding that down. And I think it's probably a William III. I could certainly make out a 16 somewhere on it, on the reverse. I really don't know if this has been picked up by the video or not, but you might be able to see something. But there's a bust on there, and there is some detail on the back as well, so I'm quite chuffed with that. Yeah, a little silver love token, bent into the, well, almost the S shape. I think they've gone a bit over the top with this end. Could be plough damage, of course. Whoops. Yeah, that's fabulous. I'll log the coordinates just in case, but I'm right in the bottom corner of this field. I've actually been across, I'll just tilt you upwards again. I started off right at the far left corner of the field in that direction, and I crossed over along there to the bottom corner, picked up a couple of little Georgian coppers along the way, very warm though. Unfortunately, there's quite a few moo tubes in this field, so I've had several of those, a couple of shotters as well. So I come down to the bottom corner, and I'm now going to head off over in that direction to the top right corner and see if we get anything along there. Obviously the stubble's short in some places, it's longer in others, so I've still got the 15-inch coil on. But let's give it a go and we'll see what turns up. Well, this really is turning out to be Moo Tube City. I've had so many signals, and I've dug a lot of signals since the previous clip, but most of them have been Moo Tubes, and the signals are reading sort of 15, 16, 17, up to 20, 21 sometimes as well. And of course that's where the coins come in at. So you've got to dig everything. But God and Benny, it's a pain. Anyway, let's show you. I've had a couple of other finds which I didn't video because it's pointless doing a live dig because most of what I'm finding is actually just rubbish. But I've had a few other bits and pieces, so let's just show you those quickly. So we've had it's a George VI shilling, I think it was 1947 on that one, just copper nickel, no silver whatsoever. I think that's one of those Hibernia, I can't remember what they call them, penny or half penny anyway. Probably Georgian. This side looks a bit of a mess, but there may be something on there. You can see something anyway. I think that's a harp and a crown above it. Yeah, that and a little buckly type thing. Doesn't look to have any great age to it, does it? So that's where we're at the moment. I'm going to have a cuppa, see if I can get some more stamina back. Well, this one was 9 inches deep. A really squeaky signal, up into the 30s, and quite a bit of iron around here as well. Anyway, eventually found it. Now it's just a button. Well, it's actually part of a button, but it's rather nice. Not sure if this is going to focus really, but you get the idea anyway. You can see it's copper backed or brass backed or something, and the shank's gone off it. Yeah, that's quite nice. One of my better buttons. Yeah, it's been hard going today, folks. Bit disappointed I couldn't find anything Roman, but I only thought I might do because I'm so close to the other field that I was in before. But it's possible that this side of the road wasn't occupied. I just don't know really. Just one of those things. It might be a different story on a different day. Time will tell anyway. I'll certainly come back to this field. But that's not a bad little find, that. Hiya folks, here we are. There's all the bits and pieces as usual at the end of the video. So first off, big chunk of lead. That weighs 1.3 kilos, 2 pounds 14 ounces. I don't know what it would have been used for. I did wonder if it could have been like an ingot type thing, but there's no markings on it that I can see. Someone just suggests that perhaps somebody just melted a load of scrap lead and just made this as it is. So could be that. No idea how old it is, unfortunately. But it was deep. It was actually 15 inches deep, this. So yeah, it took quite a bit of finding, hence why the video was cut back quite a bit. A pewter spoon bowl, post-medieval most likely. Horse buckle or a strap fitting of some kind. There, another buckle there. That presumably isn't too old. Obviously you didn't see me find all of these things because I didn't video everything. There was quite a bit of junk came out of the ground. Not sure what that is. May have been a frame for a brooch or something along those lines. Or something to do with clothing. I'm really not sure with that. Bit of lead, a couple of little tiny bits of lead there, a button frame, pistol ball there, several buttons again, and that was the little one right at the end. Not bad for a button, is it really? Now I actually got two buckle fragments. This one you saw in the video, and this was the other one. I didn't video this one. So they're probably both 1700s, post-medieval. Coins, I've got a threepenny bit, a George VI shilling there, a couple of modern pennies. These 4 coins are toasted. Yeah, but I think a couple of them actually were, what do I call them? Hibernian? Hibernia? I'm not sure what they are. Anyway, half pennies, but they've all had it. These two, very, very warm, but they have got some detail on. I've rubbed them with some silver foil, so hopefully you can see in the video there. Georges, so it's one of the Georges. I think it might be a George III halfpenny when he was younger. I don't think there's anything on the back of these. No, not really. But I think it's a George III. If it's not, it could be a George I. This other one was a bit of a surprise. That's actually a William. If you can see the text on it. Anyway, it's a William halfpenny anyway. The silver find, which was nice to get in the end. The love token. It's actually a 6pence now. I've compared it to a shilling from before. And I've got a new rule of thumb for me to remember which are which, because I'm terrible at remembering which are 6pences and which are shillings. So rule of thumb, 6pence fits on the thumbnail. Oops. Just about the right size for the tip of my thumb. Whereas the shilling fits on my thumb knuckle. There we go. Oh, by the way, thanks to the folks who pointed out in the last couple of videos that these two actually aren't love tokens, they're just very worn coins. So that's good to know. Thanks for the info, folks. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, anyway, back to the 6pence. So I think the date on that was 1696, William III, and I'm really delighted to see that there's actually a bit of detail left. They've kind of bodged up the filing down of it, which I'm pleased about that. So that's the reverse, isn't it? Can you see a date on that? I think there's a 16 somewhere, and I can't see it through the phone screen at the moment. Not to worry anyway. That's the reverse. And on the front, there we go. There's a fella himself. Almost tempted to straighten that out, but it is obviously very worn. Just about here, I think. Sorry about the focusing. There's his name. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think that's the first William Silver I've had with a portrait on it. Lovely stuff. And this one, definitely not a button. In fact, what I'll do, if I remember, when I'm editing the video, I'll pop something on screen to show you another find on the Portable Antiquities Scheme website, which is very, very similar, but the back's different. So it turns out this is Roman. So yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with that. got a couple of little holes in there. I don't know whether they are casting faults or whether they're intentional. There's another hole somewhere as well, actually. Oh, just there, look, yeah. So there might be casting faults, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's definitely Roman. It's more than likely something horse related, something attached to a bridle or to a harness, possibly just decoration. If you look on the back there, if I can get that to focus, it looks as though there's two little breaks here. So I think there was a loop attached. So the item that I put on screen, although the design is virtually identical, it has a different reverse on it. So the other item is a strap slider. But apart from that, it's the same design on the front. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm thrilled to have found that. Didn't have a clue what it was like, as is often the case. So there we go, folks. The stubble field, it was hard going. So many moo tubes are the ointment tubes that the farmer used to treat mastitis. Quite a few bits of sort of aluminium, chopped up aluminium, bits of aluminium bottle lids as well. It had 2 or 3 of those, I think. I was a bit disappointed not to get anything very old in that field, because it's not far from another field where I have had some Roman finds. I mean, they're probably there. I'm sure I've only covered a fraction of the field. So I'm definitely going back. And I've actually spotted another field nearby that's been harvested as well, so that's another one to have a look at. So there we are, folks. So thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks for your support, I do appreciate it. Thanks for your comments, of course. They're always very helpful and it's good to see. So until next time, you all take care. If you go into detecting, happy hunting, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.